salam or shalom, whatever language it may be in. I wish peace and blessings upon all of you here today. I wish you peace because this is not a war between Muslims and Jews. We are here together protesting the violent crimes committed by the Israeli state who has slaughtered so many innocent Palestinians.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim.
إذا زلزلت الأرض زلزالها وأخرجت الأرض أثقالها وقال الإنسان ما لها.
Many people think that this issue is over, that the problem is gone just because of the recent and much needed ceasefire. But that ceasefire has come far too late. The homes are already burnt down. UN schools are demolished. Infants are orphaned or worse, dead. Women and children have lost their limbs, and the damages have been estimated to be over $2 billion. But no money can account for the 1,300 human beings that have been slaughtered. And the problem here is that the word human is never there. The 5,000 injured are seen as a mere figure or number. But how many people see names and faces attached to those numbers? It's repulsive to see that humanity not being recognized.
يومئذ تحدث أخبارها بأن ربك أوحى لها يومئذ يصدر الناس أشتاتا ليروا أعمالهم.
Even during the talks for the ceasefire, Gaza was still being bombarded. As they were speaking for peace, they were getting in their last few kills, like it's a game to them, using weapons armed with white phosphorus to ensure an efficient and painful death.
فمن يعمل مثقال ذرة خيرا يره.
Horrible, violent acts like these aren't even acceptable when committed towards animals. But the Palestinian people aren't even seen as animals. I had recently spoken to a man who had supported the Israeli bombardment early on in the recent conflict. I asked how he felt about, at the time, the 300 dead Palestinians, and you can see how much the number has grown. His response was that Israel wanted to take out Hamas as quickly as possible, and that those civilian lives were necessary to avoid more death in the future. But they were doing the opposite. By killing the innocent civilians, they have caused more hatred and resentment in the Palestinian people. With every mother, father, brother, sister, cousin, uncle, and the list goes on and on and on, someone is going to join this resistance and fight back against these people. They're only creating more anger and more hatred. If you want to destroy Hamas, don't create another generation of children that are going to fight back again. But the only massacre we see is the one committed by Israel. Even if the Israeli bombardment was a retaliatory strike, how is that proportional? The Palestinian death toll is 100 times that of the Israeli, and that's only in the last 25 days. And when you bring up proportionality, this is the response you get, and I quote, "If you are in your apartment and some emotionally disturbed man is banging on your door, screaming, 'I'm going to come through this door and kill you,' do you want us to respond with one police officer, which is proportional, or with all of the resources at our command?" And you know what? Some people out there that are a little bit more misinformed might say, you know what? I guess that makes sense. And sure it makes sense if you have a memory that doesn't go back more than 3 weeks. If you know the history of this occupation and apartheid, you know that this emotionally disturbed man was forced to live in your hallway after you came in and kicked him out of his apartment. And now you sit in your home, in his home, and force him through checkpoints every time he wants to make a move. And when he tries to stand up for his rights to take back his home, you come out and kill at random. Just because the ceasefire is in place does not mean this is over. The Palestinian people aren't free yet, and peace will not exist until the Palestinians' humanity is recognized and people get their occupied territories back. The only way we can achieve this is through getting support, which is why we are here today, to let people know that we should not forget about the Palestinian people as soon as this ceasefire begins. Continue to educate your friends and let everyone know that we will not stand idly by as the people of Palestine are denied their right to aid, to their homes, and most importantly to their lives. Even now, the apartheid walls are still there, and the voices of the Palestinian people have been silenced by events like the inauguration of Barack Obama and other recent world events. We're not hearing about what's going on. We haven't heard about the destruction. It's only a ceasefire.
ومن يعمل مثقال ذرة شرا يره